Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The reason as to why I'm speaking to you is to convince you that humanity's sense of curiosity and wonder will ensure that our boundaries are continuously widened. It's true. However, there are times when it is not true. Humanity shall grow despite their curiosity. But the ever-growing sense of it, that humanity holds ever strong, that we as humans cannot resist. Something that is new, exciting, and interesting is discerned through two Robert Frost poems, Home Burial, Tuft of Flowers, which shows the constant wandering of the human mind, how it can also be closed off because of emotion, and another text of evidence is a classic by Coral Island, Irene Ballantine, where the protagonist is in love with exploring and finding out what new things are in the islands that are plagued by savages that eat their own kind. Home Burial is a text that is plagued with grief and sadness, and with it shows how curiosity is shut down and blinded by grief. You do not know how to ask it. Help me then. Home Burial by Robert Frost. The husband wants to help his wife, Amy, but she bites back at him and not let him into her grief. This theme is evident throughout the whole of the poem. This quote emphasizes on the fact that people can be blinded by emotion, whether that be anger or sadness, created by grief. Even when one is closed off because of their grief, we do not look for things that excite us or we are interested by. We do not wonder about something, we are only consumed by our grieving hearts of the dead loved one that has passed. Even though grief consumes us, excitement liberates us. For us, we can escape with excitement and passion for the things we do love. Roving has been and still is my ruling passion, the joy of my heart, the very sunshine of my existence. Coral Island by R.M. Ballantine. The protagonist tells the reader, in the quote, how much he loves to explore, and how without discovering something new he cannot exist. This may be an exaggeration, but we as humans have found that one thing that we cannot do without is curiosity, because when we close off to the world, our sense of life dissipates. This quote states that humans will have the need to explore, their cognitive minds will always seek, even when we do not want to seek. Tuft of Flowers signifies that when we as humans are alone, facing the dark void of loneliness and despair, we reach out to those who can help. However, there are times when the person we do reach out turns around and plunges us into the pit of despair, and we fall even further into the void of loneliness. Tuft of Flowers accentuates on these points. Throughout the whole poem, the protagonist at first thinks that he is alone, as we see when he says, "I must be as he had been, alone." We see that the protagonist has come to a depressing conclusion, that every man is for himself. However, later on, the protagonist has a revelation and has a completely different viewpoint than before. For he says now, "Men working together, I told him, from the heart, whether they work together or apart." The protagonist is stating now that everyone works together even when one does not want help. These two statements are very different, but I wonder, how did he come to this conclusion? The answer is simple. He was curious. He was mulling over and over why do humans have to work apart, no matter who and where they are, and his mind kept wandering. Kept thinking about why it is so that humans have to work alone. With the ever sense of need to grow mentally, our horizon expand and new experiences gained, and we see in Tuft of Flowers on Coral Island, which brings to the world something awesome. However, if we keep to ourselves like Amy did in Home Burial, then nothing can ever be achieved, for we do not change when we close off to the world, and the endless circle of sadness, abuse, continues when we do not learn from those around us or take on others' knowledge. we had not taken on others' experience, and knowledge would still be in the caveman days.